Welcome back to the wrestling room. My name is Lysha, and I have my lovely co-host with me today, and your name is Black Man. Oh, sorry.
My name is Lafayette and I'm angry.
Tanya. So, we're talking about how Punk was upset that Roman called him old. Since then, they have managed to ruin Cody and Randy in the snap of a finger, or should I say, a phone call. Um, it's just not. I don't understand. Go ahead.
Man, um, everything has fallen apart. Everything is falling apart. Everything is dying. And I'm supposed to believe that Pat McAfee is going to save it all. I'm supposed to believe that Lil Yachi is going to save it all. I'm supposed to believe that Jelly of Rolls is supposed to save it all. Tom Brady, Vanessa Hudgens, whoever you can think of, whatever celebrity that you've seen on WWE programming in the past year, I assume are all going to come out like WrestleMania 40 and help Randy Orton win the championship. Um, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I can't imagine you want to, but I'm gonna let you know in the quickest way that I can. Uh Past few weeks, Randy Orton has been on the phone with somebody, um, who was apparently helping him tap back into his former self. Meanwhile, if you were around for that time, you know Randy Orton was that alone. There was no one there advising him, and the only people that you could say, one, he's fighting at WrestleMania, the other one just beat the case. But that man hasn't been in the company in over a decade. So, you know, um, so then it was announced that Randy Orton would unveil who that mystery person was. Who is the person that is behind the new or the old version of Randy Orton? Speculations flew everywhere. Is it The Rock? It's always got to be The Rock in this company. Is it Ted DiBiase? Is he coming back? Is it Kevin Owens? Is it Bob Orton? Is it Shane McMahon? Is it Vince McMahon? I've heard a lot. I heard the Vince one, and I mean, hey, at this point, all bets are off with this nut ass company. But it wasn't any of those people. In fact, it wasn't even a wrestler. It was a commentator. Not Michael Cole, not JR, not, Joe Tessitore. It was Pat McAfee, who came out in one of the most anticlimactic reveals that I've ever seen in my entire life. On SmackDown, Cody and Randy, they started to brawl like all of the feuds in this damn WrestleMania feud. All they do is just fight each other. They just brawl every week. Like I assume Punk and Roman are gonna do again tonight. Um, and then the camera pans over and Pat McAfee is getting in the ring with a Randy Orton shirt on and a obnoxiously large belt buckle. So he gets in the ring and kicks Cody right in his roads. And then grabs the mic and cuts one of the worst. He cuts one of the worst promos I've ever heard in my life. Talking about the IWC. Talking about how bad the company's ratings are as far as SmackDown goes. How bad the ticket sales are going. How bad Unreal is. All valid things to say. But I'm here, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to him talk. And I'm like, hold on. So your first promo with this whole new angle, you decide to bury the company in three different ways. Say things like, oh, ticket sales are somehow, the tickets are still on sale when you have Randy Orton right here. Randy Orton is a part of the build, Pat. He's been a part of the build for longer than you have. So what are you talking about? He goes on and on about the Attitude Era and how wrestling isn't the same. Meanwhile, he's being the manager for a superstar who, again, was not in the Attitude Era. So in a way, he's dissing the same person that he's advocating for. And then he grabs the mic, even harder it seems, and says, I'm the person that Randy Orton was talking to on the phone. So I want y'all to remember that, because if they try to pivot and bring back The Rock or someone stupid, just know they said on television that Pat was the person on the phone. So there can't be a pivot. There cannot be it's a decoy. Pat already blew it all up. They can't do that now. They have to go with it. Lysha, what was your reaction to Pat McAfee walking in said ring?
I laughed really loud and hysterically in the back of the store that I was working at. I grabbed the phone. I had a box in my hand. Pat McAfee got in the ring. I said, McAfee, what the fuck? And then he kicked Cody in his nuts. And I immediately started laughing because Pat McAfee hasn't been in a WWE ring since Gunther destroyed him. So, at what point did y'all look at that match and his hiatus, aside from him commentating on one match at Palooza, and say, that's the guy that Randy Orton needs behind him? I'm confused. Also, his promo, not planned. From a script, all that shit came straight from him. So you got up there and you shit talked these people and then was like, yo, let me get that check. You were better off continuing to turn it down like you did the first time. What made you put the shirt on and get in the ring? That's all I'm still trying to figure out. The story between Cody and Randy did not need an extra person. They have a 20-year history from the time Cody debuted to the time Cody left, to his return, till 40, until now. So I'm not understanding. I'm just not understanding. There's been a lot of foolishness going on over there, like title changes, which we'll get into later in the show. Um, but I'm not understanding what the fuck Pat McAfee was like ever needed for. You said the show was too damn much for you. You were getting fatigue just to join for a mania build. You know you're gonna be even more tired, right? No? Alright, cool. Foolish.
I, I,
Oh,
I,
hey, before you start, and y'all wasted my beautiful, precious Stephanie McMahon's time on Monday. She spoke to Cody and y'all brought out Pat McAfee. If Shane would have got in that ring, I wouldn't have been mad. Pat McAfee? Really? Y'all wasted Stephanie's time for that. I made her get up out her bed in Greenwich and go to Madison Square Garden for that.
yeah. If there, I've already seen multiple people try to make it seem as if this is somehow not creative malpractice. Um, I've seen multiple content creators come on their platforms and give their opinion, but their opinions are wrong, because if you look at Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes as the feud that a lot of people, I won't say we isn't everyone, but a lot of people have been waiting for this feud to happen. And at this point, this is 2 years in a row where Cody Rhodes' fate is going to be decided by someone who's not a wrestler. Because 9 times out of 10, Randy's going to win, which is that's fine. Randy should be winning anyway. But the fact that you've now put a Pat McAfee aspect of this, I guess this was their way of trying to get Randy booed, but this probably is not going to get Randy booed,
Why the
because no
fuck
one's
would
going
you
to want to
try
boo
and get?
Randy.
Why would you try and get Randy booed in his own hometown? They were going to boo Cody regardless.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm confused on the timing of everything. And as soon as the show ended, and this is what I found funny, as soon as the show ended, the first report I see is Triple H didn't do it. This was a TKO call. This was an Ari Emanuel call. So yeah, so all the dirt sheets immediately called Ari Emanuel, and he said, "Yep, it's me." That's what happened. Because now there again, when you have all these dirt sheets, you have all this misinformation going on. You sent Cody Rhodes out there to cut impassioned promo. I guess it was advertised as if he was going against what TKO said, but we don't know. It would be nice to believe that. And Cody Rhodes promo, it didn't really seem like it was an attack on TKO. It seemed like it was damage control because they went on Twitter like they always do, or went on social media and saw that people weren't very happy about this reveal.
Scheduled promo, and then he said the people who like are are representing you, like as the shot at Pat. I do think that that was a shot at TKO. There was, like you said, there were several reports that came out after SmackDown went off. They said that Cody's promo was unscripted. So Kit Wilson, I'm so sorry you caught a crossroads just because that nigga was mad. And then they said that they sent him out there to basically say how he really felt about TKO once again butting into the main event of WrestleMania. So
And then of course, immediately, like I mentioned a little bit before, um, people immediately started to go to, okay, well, maybe this is The Rock, maybe this is something else, maybe this is this, maybe it's Cody Rhodes' fault. I've heard a lot of different ways that fans have perceived this, and again, there is no way to spin this as something positive. This is this company once again doing something stupid for no reason. I don't care who made the call because at some point Triple H had to let it go through the curtain. If TKO made the call to give the idea, that's even more stupid on their part. I say it's a 50-50 split on both of them being idiots. And I feel like this is going to lead to Triple H at some point getting removed from his position. Because now, if we're going with this report, there's, again, like usual, there's a problem between creative and corporate. And that's not good. Because corporate they ain't gonna fire nobody over there. They're gonna fire everyone who's below them. They ain't gonna fire the superstar. So who's in the middle of that? Triple H and Nick Khan and all of them. And what I thought about the other day, from the time of WrestleMania 39 all the way to WrestleMania 41, the main person that has been changing these stories for the better has been The Rock. I desperately, I hope that they're not looking at that and being like, okay, well, um, Triple H isn't making us money, but The Rock is. So let's flip them. Let's put Triple H where Rock is, and let's put Rock in creative. Or let's put whoever. Rock isn't gonna commit time to doing that stuff.
I think they're going to listen to him. Excuse me. Because he's on the board of directors at TKO. He took the chair that Vince once sat in. So after Vince sold the company, he was on the board. Then his thing happened, and he started selling his shares of the company until it was gone completely. And then they appointed Dwayne right before WrestleMania 40. So they probably are going to him with input, and we know he's not sitting at home watching this shit because he's on a movie set every 2 seconds or flying back and forth to Hawaii. So they probably are listening to him because he has a chair in their company more so than the people with the big ass glass building in Stamford. They're not going to put Triple H in a board position because if they do, that's that's going to cause a conflict of interest. So have someone who's not 100% involved rather than having someone who is 100% involved is something that they're going to go towards more than anything because they're essentially treating WWE like it's UFC, which is why the prices are higher than giraffe coochie. Um but they have to realize that those are two different things. UFC is a straight up combat sport where WWE is sports entertainment. There's storylines that go into this. Those people that go into UFC and have those matches and then never speak to each other again. These people are on the road 52 weeks out of the fucking year, probably 50 now, and they have to see each other, communicate, and work together every single day for 12 months straight. Also, I asked ChatGPT while you were having, um, when you were stating your point, who would be a better person on the phone. So let me know when you want that.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what we did after SmackDown. Because I wanted to see if the AI robot could book this show better than everyone in that damn creative team. Um, and it's unfortunate because Pat, goes on his show on ESPN and starts, talking about things that he obviously does not know about. Um, and unfortunately, this is, it's spreading to all the celebrities. Because Lil Yachty went on Twitter, he was upset for no reason, by the way. If like I mean, I'm sure people weren't happy to see him there, but
I don't
realistically, he
see
didn't do
any.
that bad.
I don't see where anyone hated on him. What his tweet was in response to was somebody creating a WrestleMania poster that replaced Punk, Roman, Brock, and Cody, and the Cody's heads with the celebrity heads. I'm actually gonna go to Yachty's Twitter right now. If I don't have him blocked. So it's
Okay.
Jelly Roll, McAfee, Triple H, Speed, and Yachty. And he quoted the tweet. Mind you, the tweet doesn't even say anything bad. It just says revised Mania poster. Maybe he saw a bunch of responses to the tweets under it, but the person that posted the tweet didn't say anything bad. And his response was, I understand that y'all are upset, but don't try and step on my fucking moment. I'm at the TV screen every Monday and Friday religiously. I've been to more PLEs than most. I probably know more history than most of y'all. Who's to say
Ah,
I don't deserve to be a part of something I love so dearly?
nigga, we do. We to say. We gonna say. You come on social media crying. First of all, don't bring up PLEs as a stat. Oh, you've been to more PLEs. Yeah, you have more money than most people, so you can go to any show you want to with these stupid prices. So yeah, I again we don't. I don't know why he said, "Oh, I know more than you guys." No, you don't. And even if you do, that doesn't mean that you should be a part of the storyline or on TV. Period. Now, granted, you didn't hurt anything. I thought you were very funny. I thought him and Trick were very funny. I think they were probably two of the most entertaining parts of SmackDown. So I'm not mad at Yachty being there. What I'm mad at is him acting as if he's not indirectly a part of this issue. I
I
know celebrities have always been a part of this shit, but we're in a bad spot with this shit right now.
So I feel like the difference between Yachty's appearance and Jelly Roll's appearance is that Jelly Roll is actually getting matches, where Yachty's doing the same thing that celebrities have always done with WWE, which is just pop up or walk to the ring with with the wrestlers. Like we just had Offset and Javon Evans, while Offset did get involved. It was something slight, because Grayson Waller was out there he was wilding, he was finna cost my boy, you feel me? Yachty just sat there next to Trick on commentary, and they both wore all white to match, type shit. Where Jelly Roll, he's trained. He's had a match at SummerSlam, which he pitched to lose. He just had a match last week with Kit Wilson, unprovoked. And he's been inserted into Cody and Randy, which is one of the main events, for absolutely no fucking reason. So while I understand Yachty's frustration, I also understand everybody else's frustration because y'all aren't needed all the damn time. just come, sit in the audience, and enjoy the show like the rest of us. Just like, Mr. Boward Woward, Don't you start.
Hey, come on now. Jay Cargill, lock it in. Uh, but Yachty is already showing how dumb he is, because we're not mad. Well, I'll speak for myself. Celebrities being there isn't the problem. The celebrities being your creative crutch is the problem. Their involvement, we all know that celebrities have been a part of WrestleMania. I remember when Raven Simone was at WrestleMania. I think it was 24, and she was out there like reading attendance. She was doing something. She wasn't doing nothing crazy. But if she interfered in the one of the main events for the World Championship or something like that, it will become a problem. Lil Yachty being there isn't the issue. The fact that he's on the show with two celebrities and they are both, involving themselves in the storyline, Yachty got caught in the crossfire. So he can't get mad at what's being done because he is willingly a part of it. And at WrestleMania, who's to say he won't do a drop kick? Him and Trick beat up Sammy at the end of SmackDown. The last final shot, I think for the past 2 or maybe 3 weeks, I don't know consecutively, but the show has ended with a celebrity closing the show. Some people don't like that. Some people don't know who you are, Lil Yachty. They just know you are a celebrity. They don't know what you do. They don't know your occupation. They just know that you're not a wrestler. So, again, you're behind the 8 ball already. So you can be mad all you want, but you can't act as if the fans can't be mad too. You're not a wrestler. You shouldn't be on a wrestling show.
I saw him reply to his tweet that said, "Just because you're a fan, you deserve to be in the ring." And I know he's seen that a lot, and with this particular thing, the commercial that they had been showing for a while, and it was like a bunch of celebrities sending Triple H videos saying why they should
Yeah,
be a part of Mania and stuff like that. He was one of those people.
yeah.
So people have already had this preconceived notion of him before Trick even said, "Oh, I'm gonna call my boy." And then y'all did a social media package thing, and then the next week, I still don't know what was said in that video because I didn't watch it with the audio on because his voice irritates my soul. But the next week, you were walking out with him. So everyone does have a right to be frustrated because, like you said, is things have started to be surrounded by these celebrities, and it's not just a guest star or a guest host or just showing that you're in the audience. You're being like legit a part of the show. You're coming out with interests. You have music. Like, I feel like the only person that everyone is not really dragging is Speed, because he has some kind of talent. He's um naturally athletic and things like that, you know. He's better than Logan Paul. In every aspect, he's black, again athletic, talented, and black. So, great kid. And he actually was trained by someone who's in the main event. So, you know, talent. Unlike Logan Paul, who just watched videos and was like, "Ooh, I can do that." Because this is a side quest in his life that no one has like realized that yet.
It's a side quest for all these celebrities. My fault. We don't want to indulge in y'all hobbies while they're charging us all these terrible prices and not working with storylines for the actual wrestlers. But I'm a Loriarty. I'm gonna go out there and cut. We don't want to. We don't want to hear you talk, bro. You're entertaining to an extent, but
I want you to
you'll do
never
the
do that
same
voice
thing.
again, by the way.
That's how he sounds. He come out talking like that. That's how he sounds. That's how he sounds. He sounds like there's always like fucking like some in his mouth, and I don't like it. I like some of the Lil Yachty songs, but what does he know about SmackDown? Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? What is your point? You being Trick Williams hype man, and possibly no one's gonna tell me that he ain't gonna be part of WrestleMania. Well, they could say it, but I don't believe them. There's gonna be about 15 celebrity involvements in all of these matches at WrestleMania because they want to turn this company into a celebrity deathmatch. That's fine. Well, it's not fine, but it's fine until the fans start to react to it. It'll be different if see Yachty would be mad if Dominic Mysterio made a rap album and got a Grammy or something over Lil Yachty. He would go on his social media and say, "Oh, this guy's not a rapper. Why did he win an award over me?" Same thing. There's people back there in that locker room that will never get a chance to be on WrestleMania, or have a chance to main event SmackDown, and you got a chance to do that. So, forget the fans. The wrestlers might be mad at you too, because you're taking up time from people who've been working their entire lives for this. You wouldn't want a wrestler taking up time from your album. A lot of the wrestlers don't want to see you taken away from their in-ring time. And all of it combined at a weird spot, because you had Jelly Roll pinning a wrestler last week. I think he pinned Kit last week or the week before. I can't remember. But you had him get RKO'd, and he was the final shot of SmackDown. And then Pat McAfee comes on to kick off the show, talks about, "Oh, I don't want to see 5 wrestlers have a 45-minute Iron Man match." Again, one of the most idiotic statements I've
He
heard
said
in my life.
no. It wasn't an Iron Man match. He said a best of 7 series. You disrespect Carmelo Hayes and Andrade again, and I'm gonna slap the shit out you. They gave us
No, he said
good
Iron
TV.
Man.
He also said he said 7 series Iron Man match is what he said. You watch your fuck ass mouth, bitch. They gave us great TV for 7 straight fucking weeks, and then they still didn't make it to WrestleMania last year when they should have made it to WrestleMania last year. Jacob Fatu and LA Knight shouldn't have been the two that was going after that had that match for that fucking title. Melo should have gotten that title way before then. Andrade should have gotten the title way before then. So
Yeah.
watch your dirty whore mouth, bitch.
But he already explained that he don't watch the show. So we're bringing people in who don't watch the show and don't bring anything to the show.
But the
What
thing
is
that's
your point?
irritating to me is how the fuck do you not watch a product that you used to commentate?
Because he's an idiot. Because he's an idiot.
The only thing that
Pat
you watch is
McAfee
what
stupid.
you're sitting there live commentating. That doesn't make any fucking sense. And
a lot of people like
Triple
Pat
H,
McAfee
your
because he has
words
no
have
talent.
been biting you in your fucking ass. Triple H, you got on Unreal and said some nonsense like what? Pat McAfee is like a big draw for fans. Whoever told you that? I want to see the numbers. I want to see the paperwork. Because now, since y'all sent Cody out there to do that shoot promo, everyone's looking at you because you allowed this shit to happen. Apparently, Pat has been fucking scheduled to be the person on the phone since this. And if you're just an audio listener, I'm pointing out my fucking Elimination Chamber shirt. That still has Jey Uso's picture on it, by the way. Because they made product before, decided they were going to kill him the fuck off and put Logan Paul in the night before.
Oh, real quick, who attacked him, by the way?
Division.
I don't even think we know that for real. I think
we know that because
on the floor.
No, they didn't. Because remember that Monday, Jimmy had that match. He had that. I think he tagged with LA Knight against Logan, and in theory, in honor of Jay. And then Jay came back that night, threw a chair into the ring, and then they attacked them niggas with chairs.
I hate this show.
However, it was also very blatant that it was Division because while Jay was in the locker room at SmackDown, for whatever ungodly reason, Austin Theory had a picture of Jey Uso on his goddamn Instagram. So everybody had already put that 2 and 2 together. Just how we're going to stop acting like Drew McIntyre was the person that fucking attacked Jacob Fatu. We're going to stop acting like he wasn't the person. We wouldn't be here going to WrestleMania in an unsanctioned match if he wasn't. You fucking idiots. Continue.
This is top 3 worst WrestleMania builds of all time. all we get are celebrities, mystery attackers, masked men, and random title changes for no reason. Because
Let's talk about it. Can we name them all?
there's been like 7 recently, like in the past, maybe since Elimination Chamber, there might have been 6.
Women's tag, women's IC.
2,
You got whatchamacallit? What's that shit? Men's IC, men's
3,
US,
4,
women's US. Cause it for whatever
5,
reason, Julia has the fucking belt again. And the WWE Championship.
6, and the tag belts.
I said the tag belts first. Oh, the men's tag belts, 7.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
The men's Raw tag belts, I should say. And the
and the
SmackDown
men's
ones,
SmackDown belts.
actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had 8 now.
All the belts have
We had
changed
8.
except for the WWE Women's Champion and the Men's World Heavyweight Champion, because they won those at a Saturday night's main event, I believe, in like December. They're the only ones who haven't had a title change.
Half of this shit, it goes over my head. I can't remember it all because none of it makes any sense. And through all of that, sprinkled in Pat McAfee, Jelly Roll, and I Show Speed and Lil Yachty. So combined with bad WrestleMania build, combined with pointless title changes,
Logan Paul has a full-time contract. That's the worst part.
he's the reason why all of this started. He's the reason why all of this started. Because when you bring a celebrity in there, that's a whole different thing. Logan comes in from being a damn podcaster, YouTuber, man. He shows he can do a backflip, and wrestling fans tried to tell me that he was better than half the roster when they were in fact lying, like most wrestling fans do when speaking about Logan Paul. And the company saw that and said, "Oh, y'all like celebrities in here? All right, fine. Let's just bring anybody in and hope they can do a drop kick." This is the result of that. But people like to act as if Logan Paul is the second coming. So it's the weirdest thing ever. But then there's so many different avenues of this, because then right after the whole Pat McAfee stuff happens, I see people who are on the internet speaking about wrestling in a community, the acronym the IWC, and they're telling me that I'm the problem and that Pat was talking to the IWC. Meanwhile, they are in it too. Journalists, podcasters, streamers, all of you. I don't know why I have to keep saying this. We're all a part of it. There is no separate group of people that you don't like because they complain about everything. We're all a part of it. If you're watching this or listening to this, you are a part of it. You have Wi-Fi, which is internet. If you have ever indulged in wrestling across your Wi-Fi connection, congratulations, you're part of the IWC. I don't care if you make a Twitter or have commented on it, you are a part of it. Some of the fans who are in the arena are actively a part of it while they're on the show, because God knows they're not watching the show. They're on Twitter doing something else more entertaining. We're all a part of the IWC. Everybody. You too. So when people come on the internet, no, yeah, you. I wasn't speaking to you, but yes, you too. As am I. I love. They throw IWC around like it's a slur. Meanwhile, you slurring yourself, dickhead. Like you're disrespecting yourself. You can't come on the internet, speak about wrestling on Twitter, and say, "Oh nah, y'all." He was talking to y'all on the internet, talking about wrestling on Twitter. What the fuck? That's you. And then it gets even worse, because then those same people will try to act as if this is good. But those guys are most likely, they're getting paid by the company, they're getting flown out by the company, they're wearing the company shirt. They are they're the weirdos. You know what I'm saying? They're the people who will overreact over any simple thing, you know what I'm saying, to get a clip on Raw for about 10 seconds, you know. And you can tell the people who are genuine and the people who are jumping up and down, flipping over their chair over Dragon Lee versus Grande Americano. You know, again, I make reaction clips because sometimes they're entertaining and sometimes they get a lot of engagement because a lot of people like to see reactions from streamers and stuff like that. Their whole compilations and everything. I've been a part of that. Lysha's been a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's not that's not the problem here. The problem is, as far as I know, as far as we know, I know for a fact myself. I speak for myself. I don't hold anything back when I speak about what I feel half the time. Like talk about what it delivered is. When talking about this company, I say what I mean to say, 100% of the time. Because realistically, I do not care about all that other shit about getting flown out to the 2K events. That's not what my brain is that's not the way I don't give a fuck about that shit. I sincerely don't because this company has killed all of that from me. I used to back in the day when I first started all the I used to. I said, yeah, I want to be a part of the 2K events. I wanna get a clip on. I want to go to the do all this stuff. Yeah, and then I experienced some of it. I thought all of it was overrated, and then the content started getting worse. The show started getting worse, and the prices go up. So it's like we're not even getting anything for being loyal fans. At this rate, me and Lysha should be a part of the Cody and Randy feud. You, yes, you.
Now, what in the fuck would I want to be a part of that shit?
Because me and you have offered more than Pat McAfee, I Show Speed, um, Jelly Roll, and whoever else all combined.
I want to be a part of anything that Danhausen is doing.
Person who is taking his minutes and maximizing them. I can't hate on him. He's doing his thing. He's not doing too much. He's not doing too little. He's damn near the most entertaining part of SmackDown
Giving
these days.
away free merch at both SmackDown and Raw, and he's selling
Yeah,
out every show. And
he's
he hasn't taken a bump
maximizing his
yet.
minutes. That's how you do it. He knows what he's doing. And Danhausen most likely is going to get a shot at a spot at WrestleMania as well. But going right back to what Pat McAfee said at the beginning of the show, because I took that as a shot at WWE's mid card. Meanwhile, the mid card main evented the show with a celebrity involvement, and the way it's looking, someone who has been carrying Friday Night SmackDown on his back in Carmelo Hayes looks like he ain't gonna be on the show at all, unless they completely throw logic out the window. Which I mean, they've done it before. But you have Melo have the rematch and then have him get pinned again. So now he's got pinned
About
twice.
that real quick. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because I wanted to talk about Sami Zayn. I didn't really want to, but Mello is a part of the story. So let me prop my mic up properly so I can get up on my good foot. No Nicki Minaj. So what y'all decided to do 3 weeks before WrestleMania was take the title off of the one person who, like he said, has been carrying the show for better of 3 fucking months, to put the belt right the fuck back where it came from after the last overseas tour, right? So early in December, Sami Zayn, well, end of November, early December, Sami Zayn had won the title, right? John's last match on SmackDown was against Sami Zayn for sets. Matter of fact, because y'all know how I get down. All right, where is it at? August. I'm sorry. So scratch everything that I just said. August of 2025. was when he won the U.S. title, right? From Solo Sikoa. Then John Cena had his last match, which was with the start of the Open Challenge of 2020 right? He then drops it 2 months later to Ilya. Ilya holds it from, I guess, September all the way till December. He drops it to Melo. Melo has held it since, right? So you mean to tell me y'all didn't see no potential in that particular man having a great match at WrestleMania when one of his last rivalries before being called up to the main roster was sitting right there and had been interfering in everything since he's come up? Y'all let us get a taste of those two reviving said rivalry and a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. And y'all didn't see where y'all could have built a story for that. Also, if y'all were still going to do that and then gave Melo an open challenge at WrestleMania, at the end of the day, Trick and Sammy didn't need a title. Say it with me now. Trick and Sammy didn't need a title. Finn and Dom don't got no title involved.
For some reason.
Y'all took what should have been a ladder match for the women's tag team championship and gave it to the IC title. Y'all did that last year. And then said that the qualifying matches were on main event. Who the fuck is getting on YouTube every Wednesday and watching such? Don't worry, I'll wait. Crickets? Exactly. Like, y'all playing too much and y'all playing in people's faces. Carmelo Hayes has been on the main roster for 2 years and has not had his WrestleMania moment yet. His first night being on the main roster, he had a match with the undisputed WWE champion. And y'all still refuse to put him on the card. Like I said earlier in the show, LA Knight and Jacob Fatu shouldn't have been the ones having a U.S. title match last year. It should have been Andrade and Melo. One of them should have been champion. And then we could have had number 8, whoever would have gotten the belt, and then moved on. What the fuck are y'all doing? It doesn't make any sense. Because again, Jacob didn't need a fucking title to turn on Solo. He was doing that already. Y'all don't look at what the fuck y'all be putting out, and it's irritating as fuck. It's weird as fuck. And then y'all write shit down and forget. Huh?
Because they don't know what they're doing.
Oh. The best. He's a closer, right?
I guess, yeah.
If we're being for real. So what are y'all gonna have him do now? Y'all ran the match back and still had him lose. Y'all ran an entry angle to still have him lose. Trick didn't interfere. Yachty didn't interfere. So what the fuck was their purpose of being out there watching the match? If they weren't going to call Sammy so that the match would then be Trick Mello 2 at WrestleMania. A story that was already told in 2024, then revived for Homecoming, where y'all forced Trick Mello Gang to get back together and they were still feuding even then. It was right there. So what y'all gonna do? Have Trick win and then that feud's gonna start there? Because Trick not doing no fucking open challenge. They're gonna have him story based.
I mean, I don't know. The open challenge, they do that's been their last resort a lot of times. And their best story for the show, which is Oba and Brock, came from an open challenge. So like that's not even outside the realm of possibility. You know what I'm saying? All bets are off at this point. And now because you have Pat McAfee going on his show, and he's complaining. I'm reading this now. He's complaining about the IWC, which is himself as well, fucking dickhead. He's complaining about Cage Match. If you don't know, that's the website where they, give 5-star ratings and all that stuff. It's match, work rate stuff. And the Observer, which is, Meltzer and all of them. So your main stories are now revolving around three things that realistically should not matter to your weekly television. And WrestleMania is next week. And we're supposed to act as if all of this is okay.
And normal.
Yeah. Oh well.
Wait, hold on. What happened to celebrities popping up during matches as a surprise? Like when the Eagles popped up at 40 during the LWO versus Judgment Day, I believe. No, it wasn't Judgment Day. I think it was versus Los Garza, and Dom was also in that match. And then they just popped up. What happened in doing shit like that? Where we don't know what the fuck is going on and it just happens and then everybody pops. Why do they have to be a part of the build?
Because they're in their heads.
The
People
promo
saw,
are good, you know?
yeah, people in their heads. Pat McAfee is going to get people to buy a $900 WrestleMania ticket, which has to be one of the most idiotic things I've
They
ever thought in my entire life.
just had a fee free sale last week, which means there was no service fee. There was something else that was like that came off the top, because like Vegas, I think Vegas has their own fee. You have the taxes, you have the processing fee, you have whatever the fuck Ticketmaster feel like they want to bend you over for, plus the ticket price when you go to get tickets. So they had a sale this past weekend on tickets to where you didn't have to pay those extra fees. They dropped the nosebleeds down to $100 because for whatever ungodly reason, those were 230, 240, 300 to be sitting at the top of a fucking dome where you can barely breathe. Y'all are doing too much. Y'all done had 3 sales where y'all have done like percentage off on tickets. You should have went to New Orleans. I promise you the show would have been sold out already. Off of the thought of New Orleans alone. Everyone, it feels like everybody's favorite manias were the New Orleans ones. If that's what you into. And just the ambiance in general of what goes on in New Orleans when WWE's in town. But y'all went back to Vegas because y'all saw the money that y'all made, but didn't remember and realize that the reason why y'all made that money is because that was somebody's last WrestleMania, and now y'all called him 3 months after his retirement to host. Huh?
Even better. Now I need to know what these conversations are like. I need to know what's going to happen if WrestleMania goes down and there's not that many people in that arena, because the way they're trying to do everything and none of it is working. They're being desperate in a way I haven't seen them be desperate ever. And this is again, this is why I believe that Triple H isn't long for this position, because it's like he consistently puts himself as the face of all this. He's the name that we see at the end of the show. His voice is in the intro. His face is in the intro. He put himself and his wife into the Hall of Fame this year and last year, which no one's going to tell me isn't a damn sign about what's about to happen. Because when people are about to leave something, or they know they're not long for a position, they do anything they can to immortalize themselves, you know, so they're not forgotten about, which I don't know who would forget about Triple H and Stephanie, but regardless. Shane's always been the black sheep because, he's just, that's just the way it is. Vince is, never saw him as his son. That's why Shane would spend all of his young years jumping off of shit, and some of his old years just jumping off of shit. You know. But this is now Triple H, unfortunately or fortunately, is now dealing with the back end of you never being a creative. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to figure out, what has Triple H really done that The Rock hasn't done better. storylines wise. Only thing Triple H knows how to do is leech off of things that Vince or Rock laid out for him. The only thing you may be able to give Triple H is some heel turns.
And fucking
And a
the
lot of those
boss's
heel,
wife. I mean, daughter.
yeah, yeah. That's the way we've made it to this point. You know what I'm saying? That's how we've gotten to this point of Triple H. He really should be on the hot seat just as far as his job goes, but he hasn't been able to create anything. That's why he insists on saying it's a new era every 20 days. Because he's trying to find some kind of way to make it seem like he's doing something, when in fact, he's not doing anything. Like I said, if your biggest angle for both years, well, really for the past 3 years, have all been pushed by people who aren't active superstars, and you haven't been able to give anything for the WrestleMania builds, you're the problem. I I'm seeing people blame Cody for this. I'm like, what are we blaming him for? I understand that he's a huge aspect of the show, and he's he's the world champion, so a lot of the blame will end up falling on him. He calls himself QB1, and everyone who knows football, the QB usually gets the blame for the loss. So maybe Cody does a very good job of just accepting the fault. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's like, yo, he's not in charge. As many people think that he's in charge, he's not in charge. If you want to blame Cody, you got to blame Roman. You got to blame Cena. You got to blame all of the big guys at the top, because they're all somewhat on the same level. They still have to listen to somebody else, and Triple H has to listen to somebody else above him. But that's the thing. All of this is bad. Just all of this is a terrible combination of no one knowing what they're doing. That's what all this leads up to. It's a terrible combination of people who don't know what they're doing. That's why they're desperate. That's why they're putting people in the Hall of Fame that don't need to be in the Hall of Fame. That's part of the reason why I think AJ's in the Hall of Fame this year, because they're trying to use him as a draw. AJ hadn't been retired for that long at all. Cena hadn't been retired for that long. You're not even giving your fans a chance to miss Cena and AJ. You're just throwing them in there for the sake of throwing them in there.
Do you think that it's questionable that Sid Vicious is being put in as a legend and not in like the regular Hall of Fame?
No, because now there's different branches of the Hall of Fame now,
Don't
and
need the immortal match shit. Cut it out. If y'all hold on. I'm about to get
yeah,
angry. I'm
I
about to
don't
get
know why
angry.
they
Hold on,
have
hold
that
on,
in
hold on,
there.
hold on, hold on, hold on. First of all, they did that last year so that they can get Stone Cold to come outside. First of all, we're not sliding past that. That's one. Two, if y'all are not going to take a subsection of that fat ass fucking glass building that's in Stamford, Connecticut, outside of the train station, and turn a portion of it into a Hall of Fame where we can walk through and see the Hall of Fame, cut it the fuck out. Because it doesn't mean anything to anybody. We can't physically go to a WWE Hall of Fame. Y'all could have kept the original Titan Towers that people are now going through, an abandoned building with flashlights in the middle of the fucking night, that y'all still have paperwork, artwork, and things of that nature all up and through there. And y'all could have turned that into a Hall of Fame. More money. More jobs. I'm asking for too much? Okay. Because eventually, Titan Towers is going to become an apartment building. The state has already said it.
But where does any streamers or celebrities come into there? How can we get Pat McAfee involved in that?
So what you do is they get the soft opening, and they make all the content, and then they tell you how much the tickets are going to be for you to come and visit. That's how. And then you
Can
make
I high five
and
Pat
they
McAfee?
and then you make a subsection of the Hall of Fame, and then you make a celebrity wall of everyone who's ever been on it. And then in that one room with with the celebrity Hall of Famers, you put wax figures. So Snoop and our current president gets wax figures inside of the Hall of Fame.
He's only in there because he helped Freaky Man get out the Freaky case. So
He was already inducted before any of that shit happened.
that doesn't. I'm not. I'm not talking about that. That's not. It's not the. I'm not even. I'm not talking about the. I'm talking about before. Trump ain't in the Hall of Fame because he did something good for the company. Let me just say that. If did something good for
Say his
Vince,
name, so I don't know why you decided to.
you said president.
Yeah, I didn't say his name.
You said the current president.
I said our
Yeah, I'm
current
gonna say it.
president. Yes. Well, I'm
You
gonna
threw
bleep it
you threw
out,
the
so you didn't have to do that. So now I have to do more work because you decided to say names. So I'm gonna go bleep that out. Edit here.
All right.
Gotcha. Continue.
But this is the problem. They're already doing too much with too many people that don't need to be on the damn show, and they spend money, but they don't want to spend money on the things they need to spend money on. So we find ourselves in this spot. We find ourselves in the spot of bad creative, bad build. Um, Now how our main event's gonna go, we don't know. Cody may end up retaining because of help of Jelly Roll. Randy shouldn't be losing, but I understand people want Randy to lose because Pat also said that if Randy does lose, Pat's gonna go forever, which I think is a lie. But so it's like what are you going to get out of all this? And now, for me, Roman and Punk is kind of in a weird spot because they both brawled every week. They both said as much as they want to say to each other, and they both power bombed each other through a table. So what are you gonna do tonight? Are we gonna get another brawl, another conversation, or what? You've already exhausted all of your options. You've already exhausted everything. So so at what point do we look at this and be like, all right, maybe some like actual compelling story should come into it. You don't have that long WrestleManias next week. You have 2 Raws and 2 SmackDowns left. And 2 of those are gonna be wasted. I feel like those 2 are gonna be tonight. You're wasting time and you're losing time and you're losing money and you're wasting money. And I can't wait for whoever they send out there to do the attendance. You know,
He's gonna be on the bike again. He's gonna probably hopefully practice this time on the 4-wheeler so that he does not run into the barricade again. Um and yeah, that's for sure what's gonna happen. Now, how are they gonna figure out ways to exaggerate the numbers is beyond me. Um I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a clip inserted here from our streams. Please tune in to either or one of our streams on Mondays and Fridays, because after the shows we do have a little chitter chatter, little pitter patter about the nonsense that we just watched. So if y'all want to hear it live, the channels will be in the description of the show. But I said last year you were placed on the stage of WrestleMania if your seat was your view was obstructed or you were part of media, right? This year they sold tickets. Why? And then y'all ain't even told us if y'all started building the motherfucking stage yet. What Allegiance got going on before Mania? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
Because today the 16th, y'all got 13 days. Not even. maybe like 12 days before y'all got it, 13, 14 days, something like that. Somewhere in the teens to get that shit together. And y'all bet not reuse last year's stage because then I'm going to say something about you. Okay.
They damn near used last year's stage to make. No, it was it last year? What was last year's stage? I can't remember. No, they
Last year's
used
stage was
the
like the Plaza
letters.
Hotel.
Okay. I think they used it looked like the same letters from WrestleMania like 32 for WrestleMania 40. I don't know if it was 32 or 33. It was one of them. One of the 30s. I forget. It was 31, 32, or 33. I don't think it was 34.
I'm not gonna lie, I hated WrestleMania 40's fucking stage. Y'all
Yeah, it was
had
ugly.
y'all had the opportunity to have a big ass bell and like some fuck ass stairs for everyone to run down, and y'all just didn't do it.
It was
Fuck them,
ugly as all
fuck them
hell.
stairs. By the way, you know why?
Fuck them stairs. Those
Fuck
were
them
good
stairs.
stairs.
No, not for my respiratory system. They're not good stairs. So
Well,
in the
we were
cold,
fighting
and there was
against
ice.
ice.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a whole bunch of things that the body had to fight against at once to prevent falling down.
and we still made it
But
home for SmackDown that night. Crazy.
I don't know why. Definitely could have missed out on that goofy. Yeah, so it's all bad, bro. I mean,
Yeah. Sign. Don't run over to the dub. I'd appreciate it. Not
well, that
AEW.
would be a terrible.
WWE. Don't run over there. Stay where you at. Okay? Okay. Appreciate it.
They will put they'll put him
We,
in the
you
craziest.
will be forgotten. Don't go to WWE, please. Appreciate it.
Don't
That would be great.
don't do that.
You will be in the same predicament that Joe Hendry is currently in. Okay. Also, JC Jane, congratulations. You have moved up. And it only took you 6 years. Congratulations. Now, what roster they gonna put her on to piss me off this time? Get her away from Fallon Henley. Keep saying that.
I don't. I do not like JC Jane. I never did. I don't get it. Gigi and Mandy were definitely my. Those were the people I think should have broken out of that staple. JC was always like the third string, but I mean, um, good championship run. I think she did what was supposed to be done for a championship run. Um,
2-time NXT champion, 1-time TNA knockout champion. So she was a double champion at some point. We watched her become a double champion um at Slammiversary, and I was pissed. I was angry that night.
yeah, I mean, she got it. I definitely isn't the most liked out of the two of us here, but I don't know if I said congratulations on going to the main roster because we all
They'll
know
figure
that's
something
bad.
out. They'll figure something out. I need for Kiana to be removed from Julia. I need Julia to defend her title. If it goes to Tiffany Stratton, that's fine. It'll fit the MAGA Barbie thing. It'll be great. Then Lola Vice is now a double champion. She is AAA uh intergender tag team champion with Miss Iguana, as well as the new NXT women's champion. So congratulations to her for that. Um I want NXT to get better, and I think it's about to get better because they're pulling a bunch of people from Evolve and they're calling them up. So I'm excited for that. Callie Armstrong, do the damn thing. Okay?
Finally getting called up. My God, she's been
She
on
should
the
have been
walls,
called.
just
She should have
knocking
been
them
called
across the
up the
ring.
moment that she lost to Kendall. Cause
Yeah,
how the fuck did Kendall Gray make it to NXT before Callie Armstrong? Huh?
I think they both got called up at the exact same time.
I think that Callie should have went up there after she lost. Simple. She was the inaugural champion. Why was she still there? And please let Tyra May still go. Like,
Yeah,
because
she's bad.
out of the 4 winners of LFG, she's the only one who's on Evolve. Granted, I don't think Danny has had her debut yet, but she's not on Evolve. So like it makes, but Callie Armstrong, she got it. She's the one right there. I need somebody to drop that dark match footage of her and Nikita because it looked like she was turning her every which way but loose. She's another improvement too. I'll give Big Cat Kita that one. She has improved a lot. However, I want her to stop dancing. It's the same hip
And
twirl.
dance?
It's the same hip twirl. Find something else. It's not good.
Shit, she
But
found the catchphrase. She might get a damn title shot.
she had no. She gonna keep doing that shit. But
Yeah.
she has improved a lot, and I see that they're using her and Wendy Chu as like a way to, I guess, help prep the talent that's down there. However, Wendy Chu is also becoming a triple quadruple senior, so we're gonna have to do something with her and do something with her quick. I turned her heel, and then I think she turned face on Evolve, if I'm not mistaken. Fix it. Do something now before I
Fuck
get
with
angry.
you.
I enjoy her a lot. Like, she's the only person. No, because Nikita's also on Evolve. They're the only 2 people that's on Evolve that's in 2K.
Damn.
It's crazy, ain't it?
I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it's good.
I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know, but they got some more IDs that are coming in. Um, I don't know why they cooled off Keanu Carver, but I need them to pick that back up. Saquon Sugars is about to leave Dark State and be the great black man that we know him to be. Um, Deion Lennox might be going solo as well. Cutler James is
oh,
back because we don't know where the fuck he's been for like 3 weeks. Um, and OTM needs to go to the main roster. I'm tired of them just sitting around and they not doing nothing with them, and those guys are great. So
Lord knows the main roster need tag teams. We're just putting Miz and Kit Wilson together.
where is the Profits? Oh, I can tell you where they are. They at home or doing NXT live shows. Yep.
Or in
Yep.
the dungeon.
Show for show in the dungeon.
Which apparently is free to go there, which I didn't know. I didn't.
I told you that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna go to the dungeon, do some drop kicks and some shit. Yeah, I think it'll be all right. Um. Oh, yeah, oh, this too. Hold up. This is well. This is well.
Talk about AEW.
I don't. I haven't been. I don't know what they got going on. To be honest with you, I don't know what's going on over there. Last time I saw somebody AEW is when Tony Khan said that AEW's on Wednesdays as soon as SmackDown ended.
Dustin Rhodes tweeted, "I would rid the world of Pat McAfee. Kick him in the ball so hard, but at last I am AEW for life." Sir, you didn't have to tweet that. Um,
That's my dog Red Dust right there.
can I tell you what chat said would be the better call?
Oh yeah.
They said DiBiase Jr. They said Triple H. Um, Dustin
Triple H.
Rhodes. I don't know if he would ever call Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns, but they're on here as well. Punk and Cena. It says why McAfee fell flat. He's entertaining, but he doesn't raise the stakes of the feud, add emotional depth to Cody versus Orton, feel like a mastermind behind secret calls. It feels like the reveal for a segment, not a story payoff.
Because, again, what the fuck does Pat McAfee bring to anything? I apologize for my screaming. I, I apologize for my outburst, but that shit just pissed me off all over again.
So I stay recorded with one ear open. I got both ears closed, and he just fucked my shit off.
Friendly fire, friendly fire. That shit just pissed me off all over again. People will sit out here and lie and say that Pat McAfee offers something to niggas. I mean niggas I mean everybody. I don't mean like it's like I mean just like people. He doesn't offer anything to anybody. He's not entertaining. And most people that like Pat McAfee only like Pat McAfee because he isn't talented at anything. Everyone can do what Pat McAfee does. There's multiple people that do what Pat McAfee does. He has a sports podcast.
Like us.
And yeah, and this
No
is
drop kick.
about
No shade.
hey, I listen. I worked a few matches or two. You know what I'm saying? I think
My
I can
brother was telling
average
random strangers at the Jeff Hardy meet and greet that that I used to do clotheslines on my god brothers and things of that nature.
See,
So
you should be at WrestleMania at this rate.
I'm 30.
You got it. Believe in yourself. Shit. Oh, did you also know that Ari Emanuel thinks that Pat McAfee is going to be the next Rocky?
This has been another episode of the Wrestling Room.
No, no, no. He said, "Boy,
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
yo, no." That's what he said. He wants Pat McAfee to be the next Sylvester Stallone,
I
but with
want
no acting
TKO to
ability.
continue to be an investment firm that minds their goddamn business and let the businesses that they've invested in do the business. I don't hear their names come up with UFC at all. Shut up. The peach cobbler and ice cream, vanilla ice cream. Let's check out the Monday Night Raw card for tonight.
Uh-oh. That sounds terrifying. Yeah, you're gonna get some Grande Americano in there.
They're putting in is Hogan and Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3.
They're not even creative with this shit. They're just putting in the matches we already know. Like they just
Dead niggas. Who gonna come get the fucking who gonna come get the bust?
bro.
Nick? She's not. No, she's not. Don't do her like that.
Well, I don't know who else. Who else is there? Horace.
So
Horace Hogan.
I said Nick. Okay, so CM Punk to speak after taking out Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins to kick off Raw after being viciously attacked by Gunther. Obafemi and Brock Lesnar will be live tonight on Raw. LA Knight goes
Here we go.
one-on-one with Austin Theory. Finn Balor takes on his former Judgment Day brother JD McDonough. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky battle B-Fab and Michin. Why you gotta do that on Friday?
So they're running out of matches with like the combinations of the four. So they gotta just start doing shit.
It's a Rhea Ripley Loungefly bag, and I really need that. Matter of fact, I'm on Amazon right now. So I know bags. See, you be like, you be doing too much. That bag is not even that worth that price retail. See,
Huh.
it's real. It's a fire picture, and I seen an Alexa Bliss bag on here too. I don't really like that. It has Lily on the front. It's scary.
Oh, and Rhea told me that the SmackDown locker room doesn't like Jade. They were having a blast at Charlotte's birthday party.
People like Charlotte, so
Oh, so that's the Mean Girls. That's the Mean Girls clique.
I don't
And
like.
Kiana.
No, the Mean Girls are the ones that don't like those two
Oh, oh, it's Kiana there then.
because she likes those
What's your
two.
part of them?
Listen, she don't keep black women around her, and I love that for her. Okay, and I love that for the two black women that were also there. We're gonna keep acknowledging that Kiana James' mama is black till the end of time. Period. Um. So yeah, two black baddies around her at all times, and that's beautiful. Apparently Blair gave a speech to his daughter, and he teared up because he didn't realize that Jade was gonna be there, and he was like that. He was surprised that she was there. Well, he didn't know she was gonna be there, and that Charlotte respects Jade so much, and things of that nature. So there were tears involved from Mr. So, you know,
Why didn't they do that match again? Like as far as like Jade and Charlotte. You gonna say
you're
nothing?
asking me?
Who the fuck else is here?
You're asking me for? Because the original plan wasn't even Rhea either or Charlotte. It was Bianca. But guess what? Finger still fucked up. So they said
Well,
let's put the bitch who fucked up the finger in the match. Because
yeah.
I think that what they were gonna do was have Bianca be a two-time Royal Rumble winner this year, and then have Liv be the Chamber winner. But they swapped it. Um, Also, I still don't think that Stephanie would have beaten Naomi in Paris. Am I wrong for thinking that? That she would still be champion to this day? Going into
Naomi
Mania?
absolutely will still be champion.
Okay. Thanks, Jim. Hopes everything's
Naomi
well at the
absolutely.
crib.
I miss Naomi a great deal because she was one of the bright spots of that damn show. But Triple H man found a way to fuck her up too. I threw Kelly Rowland in there somewhere, so they would have a feud. It was the first celebrity I thought of. It was, at this point, I'm just waiting for I I want to see who is gonna be the celebrity tonight that gets in the way of Punk and Roman. That's what I want to know.
Been a celebrity involved in this story at all.
Yes,
Speed is going to be involved in Theory in LA Night, which is how that triple threat's going to happen because the Usos are going to run in and things of that nature. Also, Speed is doing a very good job of keeping kayfabe alive on his streams. So LA Knight threw him into his setup. He went outside same day with a neck brace and a sling on. He's doing great, you know? He's doing great.
I'll give him credit for that. I he's the least of the issues right now. Him and Yachty are the least of the issues. Yachty just making himself into an issue by acting like we don't like he don't know why we're mad. Speed is just doing what he's doing. You know, he's just doing it. It, it's very simple. Now would I completely would I like if no celebrities were a part of this shit? Yes, I'll be fine if there were no celebrities a part of this build at all in this company at all. I don't think we need them.
That's why I said I like the aspect of surprise. Like if you're gonna get involved at the show, part of the build. Because what 39 when Snoop was hosting women's, right? And then Shane blew out his quads. And then Unk immediately stepped in and did the impromptu match with Miz. That was beautiful. That was perfect. him the next year being on commentary and saying nigga, by the way. Everyone acts like they didn't hear it. I heard it. He said it. Like it was that like that's good shit, right? Surprises, right? But to be a part of the build and then you have someone like Travis Scott who they had all these plans for. They gave him the fucking theme song to Raw. He was supposed to have a match at SummerSlam. He was supposed to tag with Cena against that wasn't supposed to be Logan Paul and John versus Cody and Jey Uso. That was supposed to be Travis Scott and Cena. Like those were the things that were supposed to be happening last year. And we never got it because Travis got bored. That's the thing that you risk with putting these people in the builds of things. Getting bored and just being like, I'm not returning any of your phone calls. I had my time. I made a lot of money with my merch that was sold on my website and sold on y'all's website. Mm-hmm. I did a collaboration with Topps for trading cards. Y'all gave me my own personal free belt. And then that's just it. I don't have to come back anymore. I don't have to be here. I don't have to do the things. And that should have been the lesson instead of taking chances on more celebrities. Because it seems like Speed and Jelly Roll are the only reliable ones, which is very fucking unfortunate. Because this is what Jelly Roll versus Kit Wilson was like his third time in the ring doing something. Because he did that choke slam at SummerSlam 23 to Theory. Then he had the match last year at SummerSlam, the tag match. And then he had a full-ass match, gas 2 seconds in, by the way, against Kit Wilson on SmackDown. Cool! You know?
I've yet to see anyone tell me what any of these celebrities bring to the show. You can't say they draw because everything is down like they tell you every single week. You can't say they draw viewership wise because they're down every single week. So, what are they bringing? Nobody knows. I've gotten to multiple conversations with some of my friends, and they've told me they bring this, they bring this, they bring this. I asked them to show me the stats. What have they made go up? And they can't show me anything. Because there still are so many fans that are programmed, unfortunately, to defend 95% of the things that this company does. Thankfully, I've broken myself out of that. Lysha doesn't think like that. A lot of my other friends don't think like that. But like I said, there's a lot of people in this IWC, and I hate using that term. I'd rather just say wrestling fans because again, we're all part of IWC. Even you listening to this right now, yes, you, yes, yeah, you too, yes, especially you, especially you. You got TikTok.
I don't post on there
We're
anymore.
on a show. We're on a show right now. Talking about wrestling on the internet in a community of our viewers. But you know that's just hey, that's
Lied
just
on
the
me.
way
That was
people
crazy.
cope. Ain't nobody lie. Ain't nobody lie. She trying to rage bait me again. I'm not falling for it. Fuck that shit. But hey, those are the people who act like 2K is a good company. Those are the people who act like Triple H is gonna give them some money. Those are the people who act like, oh, we're so business savvy when they not business savvy at all. They don't know shit.
Don't have personality. Reactions.
I just I don't know why my algorithm has been attacked by people who are insisting on telling me that all of this is good and that we have to let it play out. No, fuck you. How about that? I'm not letting shit play out. People been telling me let it play out for 10 years now. Every time something happens, let it play out. Suck my dick, nigga. I'm unbelievably tired of that shit. Nope, fuck that shit. I'm angry.
Talk like that.
People keep telling me let shit play out. They are taking your money.
Oh,
They're
each other.
taking your time. They're taking your energy. They're taking everything from you, and you're not getting anything back. What do you mean let it play out? They're fucking y'all over. They're fucking us over. Everybody's fucked up. Everything. Everybody's done. And it's their fault. So no, I'm not gonna let shit play out. I'm gonna overreact to everything. Anytime I think something stupid's about to happen, I'ma start hollering.
Do that anyway. I don't understand what.
Yeah. And that's why I do it. Because unfortunately, they've broken me. I am a broken wrestling fan. So I'm gonna overreact to everything. Because they can't tell me not to. No one else can tell me not to. Because if everyone else can underreact, I can overreact. If everyone else wants to not sell all this shit and act as if all this shit is cool to keep their corporate, handshakes together, then you do what you do. Make your
Okay,
money,
so
but
here's
hey,
here's where I'll put my little 2 cents in, right? Because I am a WWE shop affiliate, right? And when going through the approval process, right, they reviewed my TikTok, right? That's where most of my, wrestling content is. It doesn't matter which company, that's where most of my content is, right? And the representative that was approving my application, he said to me, our show is PG-13, right? Do you mind taking your language down to what we use on the shows? I said, yeah, sure, that's fine. That's fine. There's no issue with that. I could tone it down a little bit. After that application got approved, probably for a little over a month and a half, I didn't say nigga. I didn't say fuck. I didn't say shit. Just because I didn't know if they were still watching or not, right? After that, 2 months was over and I got that first check, man, fuck it right back. I already got the contract. You ain't gonna take it from me. And as a matter of fact, y'all have extended it on several occasions. I got that contract in 2023. Because 2026, I'm still under it. Nothing about me has changed. So for the people who have changed, or the people who are, oh well, full and it's unauthentic as fuck.
they want to get on Raw. Dominic Mysterio comes out. That's what they do for everything. Now, listen,
That I've ever really that really popped me for real, that gotten the attention of the locker room, was Naomi winning Money in the Bank and R-Truth returning that exact same fucking night. And I'm pretty sure this man right here, if you're an audio listener, I'm pointing to a picture of me and Jay Uso, already knew who the fuck I was before I even walked up to him. Because he's chronically online and we not gonna act like he's not. Is there a train?
yes,
That was crazy.
scared the shit out of me.
So I'm pretty sure that he already knew who the fuck I was based on his interaction with me. Okay? Because these people see us and they see us for authentically who we are. The picture right here of me and R-Truth. I didn't pick that pose. That man grabbed me. He knew who I was when I walked up to him. These people, don't change yourself. You're going to be seen regardless. You're going to be put in these rooms if these people are interested. You don't have to over exaggerate. You don't have to do the most. I flick my headphones off. I stand up, run around the fucking room because I'm just a reactive person. I'm an only child, okay? My imagination is wild as fuck. I didn't have a choice. I had no siblings growing up, all right? Y'all niggas was in the house with people. Cut cut that shit out.
Oh, I can point at that.
Shut up.
You're gonna point at me. I didn't do nothing.
Also, I'm gonna whisper this one. I feel like all affiliates of WWE and Fanatics should get discounts on tickets, merch, and events. That's it. That's it.
Oh, you said discount? Oh, I got something for you.
We're
You know
we're
that
we're
little.
we're hey, don't say too much. We're Fanatics affiliates. The,
Oh
the
no, no, no.
podcast
I
as
no,
a
no.
as a whole, both of us. Yes.
Oh no,
Yep.
this ain't about fanatics at all.
Okay.
Over the past few weeks, when they go to commercial, they've been showing a little clip of the WWE club thing. That's what I think that is.
Is that
I think that's what it is. They're gonna
there's
pay you.
stickers
They're gonna
all
charge you
over the
more.
place? But what is
They're
that?
gonna invite WrestleMania. Stone Cold gonna come out and he's gonna unveil it, and it's gonna be another subscription service. And yo, it's gonna get like half off merch, half off ticket sales. That shit is a subscription service if I've ever seen it.
Basically, what
That or fucking summer camp.
Basically what Fanatics One is.
Yes.
Also,
Shit is
speaking
called
of,
Club WWE.
I
That's some
want to I
bullshit.
want to see if there was a fan cam for Elimination Chamber. I need to see. I need to see if they caught me crying during Trick Williams' entrance. It's a
I will
good
say
show.
this.
Y'all didn't enjoy it at home, but it was great in person. I don't give a fuck. That was good
Hey,
money spent. Okay,
I will
I
say
have no
this.
regrets.
Um, 9 times out of 10, I will be posting clips of everything I can think of as far as WrestleMania goes because it's WrestleMania, and we're all gonna watch WrestleMania. Yes, you too. Um, I'm probably only gonna jump out of my chair if Oba beats Brock. That has been the only thing about this company right now that is keeping me absolutely entertained all the way through. As much as I don't like Brock Lesnar, I am. That's the only story that I am like super infatuated in, and only for the sole purpose of Oba Femi beating Brock Lesnar. That's it. Everything else, I'm not even into living Stephanie like that because Stephanie, and then Liv does her thing, which I love both of them, but both of them aren't doing shit. I was doing Stephanie's pose by the way, if you were just listening. That's what I was doing. But you know, there's a whole bunch of superstars that I like, but they're not doing anything interesting. So it's just gonna be like, all right, let's just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But Oba and Brock is the one thing that like I think they're doing very well. Except from Triple H coming out there and breaking the two up as if
Get in the ring.
because he's a attention whore.
If he get hit, that's it. Brock could have just been like, man, get the fuck out my face and just punched him, and then that's it. We wouldn't have had no more Triple H.
Yeah, Brock could have pushed him too hard. Brock don't give a damn about nothing. Like what the fuck? Like you put yourself in danger, bro. You wildin'. And I
John
find that
Cena's
so
wild,
funny
man.
that he that too. He found a way to get in the middle of Oba and Brock because he didn't want them to touch before Mania. But both of your world champion feuds had brawls. One of them was in the same show, and you don't get in the way of that. And then Friday comes, you don't get. I don't see Triple H then. But he's super protective over and Brock as if there's no championship. They're gonna have the match no matter what. And Oba Femi absolutely has to win this match. I ain't gonna lie. I am judging WrestleMania off of what happens with Oba and Brock. What happened?
So the last fan cam that they did was as Cena's last match. And when you click on it, the first thing that pops up was when Cena did the 5 knuckle shuffle. Now, the first person I see just when the screen just opens up is CM Punk, and the next to him is Bailey. But in front of them is a grown man crying his fucking eyes out. Y'all dead ass wrong for posting this on the internet. Y'all dead the fuck ass wrong. He is sobbing his life away. And he's just. That's what I was chuckling at. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to distract you. But that's
No,
fucked up. Like, that's
that's some
crazy.
real shit right there.
Like,
That was a very sad night.
No shade to homie, but like, come on, bro. Why y'all got him on the internet like this? And then like you pan, and then it's just this, and then you pan again, and it's Big Pam. Like, what the fuck is going on? There wasn't a fan cam at Elimination Chamber. I hate that because I had a time. Okay.
But it's this shit is like I said. I'm judging WrestleMania off of what happens with Oba and Brock. I ain't gonna lie. I could give a damn about what happens. As much as I have opinions about who should win and who should lose, if Brock Lesnar beats Oba Femi, WrestleMania sucks. I don't care what happens. I don't care if Rock, Stone Cold, Jeff Hardy, John Cena, Ted DiBiase, Alex Riley, Mercedes Moné come out. I don't give a fuck. If Brock beats Oba, most likely to open off like night 2 or some shit. Because I know night 1 gonna end in some foolishness. I know for a fact that's gonna be idiotic. Because all that's gonna do is lead up to the WrestleMania Backlash match with Jelly and Cody versus Randy and Pat. That's all that's gonna do. And then Roman and Punk is either going to be WrestleMania 39 or.
So we agree that Cody and Orton is night 1.
I think so.
Because they are going to be telling us the order this week. I don't know if it's tonight or if it's Friday, but they will be telling us the order of the 2 shows.
I think so. I think they're going to be 9-1. Unless they're planning for Punk to retain. If the Roman wins, they're going to want to end the show for Roman winning. That's what I'm saying. So it's either I can't imagine they'll be main event night 2 and Roman loses. If they're main event night 2, Roman Reigns is probably winning the championship for some odd reason, which is one of the worst decisions you can make on this damn WrestleMania. But hey, they're too far in. So, like I said, if Oba beats Brock, I'm fine with everything else happening. I don't care what happens. I don't give a fuck what else happens. If Oba beats Brock, I'm content with everything. Roman can win. Fucking Randy can lose. Well, he can't, but I don't know. I really want Oba to win. I just really want Oba to win.
While this episode is going out directly after we finish recording, there will be another episode this week. I just want everyone to know that. It probably won't be out till Saturday because that's when we'll have another time to record. And that after they give us the card, then we'll do our Mania predictions like we did last year. So that'll be that episode. Do you have anything else that you would like to talk about? Because I really want peach cobbler. I've been saying that for 45 minutes, by the way.
What?
I want peach cobbler and vanilla ice cream. What?
I'm trying to get the live that we did on my page. I'm trying to upload it. You asked me for it. You
I'll go to your page and just pull the audio. That's my favorite thing to do.
Oh, okay. I mean, that works too. So.
And that was last Monday. So.
No, I'm talking about the TikTok live.
Yes.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to find the damn.
It was crazy. Actually, what you can do is once you download that, crop out TJ's nonsense and then just upload it to the Wrestling YouTube channel.
I don't even know how to do this shit no more. All right, I'll do this. Oh, wait, I got it.
He's old man having technical difficulties over there. But I was asking you if you had anything else that you would like to discuss before we get up out of here, because I really want peach cobbler and vanilla ice cream.
No, I don't have anything else to say.
Well, with that being said, thank you for listening to another episode of the Wrestling Brew. We will talk to you guys again on Saturday. And Lafayette, you know what to do, how to end the show. And I am going to send you a light because I'm tired of talking to darkness every time we record the podcast. So
What?
Yes. I'm going to send it directly to your house because you be home. So Get you one of these.
I mean, this shit
See
gonna be
how
bright in my face, and it's gonna get me really angry.
it's not gonna be bright in your face because you can angle it. So the
But
show.
Lysha wants to eat her peach cobbler so bad. So
Any yesterday? Yesterday was Easter, girl. Damn.
you didn't eat any yesterday?
I went to work yesterday.
I mean, shit. But y'all leave y'all positive, negative, any kind of feedback is always welcome. If you want us to speak about anything specific, I believe our email is still open. I think, right? Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. Any kind of feedback is always appreciated. Um, Wherever you're listening, watching, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your dog. Who? Um, and yeah, follow the both of us on Twitch if you want us to. Well, if you want to watch all of Raw, you know what I'm saying. Lysha watches all of Raw, and I commend her for it. I can't do it. I can't do it at all. So absolutely go to her page if you want to see her reactions through um, Monday Night Raw. I'm not strong enough, so you all can catch us when we're doing the post Raw speak. It's kind of like a mini podcast that it's turned into. I don't know. It's in Discord and we talk about how bad the show was. Um, we got some special guests pop on there from time to time. So come on down. It's a great time. Um, and yeah, let's hope tonight isn't a bad Raw. That was a dumbass thing for me to say. It's always gonna be a bad Raw. But WrestleMania week is almost here. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Get ready for that.
Oh my god, it's next week, guys.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah.
Y'all be good.
Yeah, y'all be
Stay
good.
blessed.
Stay blessed and don't beat off in tanning beds, all right?
What the fuck?